Hey, I'll be right there. All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you are doing well today. This is going to be a really straightforward episode. Charles, I would like you to hang out in the main room. Everybody, hi, Charles. Yes, Charles is right here. He's a good boy. We are going into the Nether today, and we are going to be mining until we have at least 20, I think 23 is the actual ancient debris number we need. That should give us enough to get all of our gear, all of our armor, as well as our pickaxe. And then finally, we're also going to get our shovel. Although we might not do the shovel today. But bare minimum, we need 19. Ideally, we get 23. Also, we have, I've learned that I don't think chunks work the same way, the way I've been treating them, where I should be using the 16 multipliers. And so with that being said, we're just going to go in other directions. I'm not going to worry anymore about the, beyond a 16 meter bar. We're just going to go. And hopefully we find good stuff. And that's going to be it. Make sure I... Oh, am I already lost? Oh no, there it is. Alright, so we're just going to go this way, find a spot, and kind of just dig. Oh, hey, Annika. I'm doing okay. Had a pretty good day. Oh. Doing the whole, ancient debris farming for the night. How are you doing? Not using beds? Nah. We don't have enough wool. I think that's what I'll go with that one. It looks like it might be a good idea, but I don't have the sheep or the wool to pull it off. I also kind of have a fear that I would blow myself up doing it. Not long day. Tennis match got people wiped out. That's okay. We'll be here whenever people are ready to come back. To be honest, tonight will probably be a bit of a boring one anyway, because so much of it's going to be based around trying to get ancient debris. Tomorrow, there is a reasonable chance I'll be live tomorrow, but I'm not 100% on that. Because we are going to be watching spooky movies at some point. But, you know, if that ends by 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, then I might be bored in the evening and just come jump on and do a little bit of streaming just for the fun of it. Not sure yet. I would wager that yes, we will be streaming tomorrow, but it's probably not a guarantee. Good deal. Thank you, friend. Well, that'll be fun. Have you guys decided what scary movie you're watching yet? Yes, actually. We are going to be watching a movie called The Last Shift. It is... Apparently, I haven't seen the trailer. We do this thing where if we start watching a movie trailer and we decide we like the movie, just based on vibe, we just stop watching the trailer because sometimes trailers have a bad habit of, informing you of too much about what the movie's about. But what this one seems to be about, based on the small amount of looking that we did, is it's like a police precinct and they're about to shut down and they're doing their very last shift. And there's just like one person in the place, and it gets into whether or not they're hallucinating and if somebody else is there with them and if like other creepy weird things are happening and whatnot. So that's what we're going to be getting into tomorrow. It sounds like it's going to be fun, although you never know until you really give it a try. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I'm going to make a pizza tomorrow, too. Which, homemade pizza night's always fun. So is there a thing with Fortune that makes Fortune cause gravel to drop flint and steel like 100% of the time? Because we're getting a lot of flint and steel and not a lot of gravel out of these. It's almost like 100%. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I love pizza. I mean, all pizza's good pizza, but making pizza at home, like just doing your own crust, and sometimes I do my own sauce, but that's a lot more work, so also just getting jar sauce is fine. But tomorrow we might go all out because I'm excited for it. My favorite food is actually duck. When I was first learning how to cook a couple of years ago, it was like the first real difficult thing that I learned. Well, I guess difficult's not the right word. It was the first atypical meat that I learned how to cook that requires a bit more use and thought. And I just really went through a duck phase, and so now it's like my treat to myself when I have a good day. I'll go out to Whole Foods and I'll get myself a duck breast and do like a duck a la orange or like a Peking duck breast. It's so good if you do it right. That being said, I'm also a oh, that's soul sand. Oh, wow. I was like, oh boy, jackpot. No, not jackpot. I'm also a big fan of just real Americanized foods. Like I like burgers, I like pizza, I like barbecue chicken and hot wings, things like that. Really, I just like food. You are low-key the biggest picky eater. What's your favorite thing to eat? coconut curry's so good. Is that yellow curry that you go with, or do you do a different variant? Oh, I feel that. One of my roommates is pretty decent at baking, but I am the cook in my house as well, and it's it's fun, actually. It's nice to be the one who cooks. I have pretty much control over everything everybody eats. Oh, dang, that's a bit. You don't have to do all the dishes yourself, do you? Yeah, I get you. That makes some sense. Do I have a favorite type of flower? I do. Sunflowers. I think sunflowers are awesome. Because when sunflowers, they always face the sun, which is something a lot of people know. Something not a lot of people know is that when sunflowers cannot find the sun, they look at other sunflowers and consider them the sun. So it's like when they can't find what they're looking for, they lean on their buddies. And it's like, I'll be your sun, bro. And then they have each other's back, so sunflowers are awesome. Head cleaner sunflowers. That's pretty cool. How many different flowers have you made so far? Oh yeah, that's a nice idea. That's kind of the worst thing about flowers, is that you have to kind of watch them die. So if you have something artificial like that, you can enjoy how pretty it is, and it never, you know, You never have to worry about that part. That's a cool hobby. Calligraphy sounds fun. Honestly, something else that people, who kind of go through that whole phase of, like, sewing and everything go through is, crocheting as well. I know a lot of people who got into crocheting just because I thought that that was kind of a fun thing to do. Do I want to keep going this way? That's a bad idea. That's how you get lost. Well, no, I just gotta remember to go in straight lines and never turn at intersections. Yeah, we'll be alright. Oh, there you go. That'll be fun. Right now, I think we have 12. Yeah, 12. So, we were over halfway. Although I do feel like we had better luck at the beginning, and now it's starting to fall off a bit. I have what where I live? I don't even know what that is. Gucci's? Bucky's? I'm not even sure what the premise of that is. Is it like a restaurant or a store? Oh, is that like the Midwest version of like a Sheetz or a Wawa? Back east they have well, back east they have Turkey Hills, they have Sheetz, and they have Wawa. And out here in California, they have 7-Elevens mostly. But yeah, I don't know anything about no Bucky Beaver. Is it Bucky's? Is that the name of the place? King Supers? Nah. That's another one I've never even heard of. Oh yeah, we have Kroger's. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. When I was younger, those were always the nice places to go. Like when I was in college, you'd go to one of those at like 2:30 in the morning after the bar closed at night. Like you'd go out, you'd have yourself a Friday night, you'd get last call at like 2:30, and then you'd go to like a Sheets with your buddies, and you'd spend a half hour sitting at the tables outside, and you'd get like a schmuffin or a schmegel and just kind of talk about nonsense. Those are always fun times. Uncle Alert, you know it. Hey, Candy. How you doing tonight? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, yeah. Well, I hope we can hang out tonight and everything can kind of start feeling a little bit better. Or at least, a little less bad. Right now we have 19, which is exactly the amount we need. We also got about... Oh, we only have like a minute left, so... I think that's all of our night vision, so... We are going to make our way back here. In fact, let's start doing that now. Hopefully, we haven't done anything to prevent ourselves from being able to just follow the natural single path back, but I might have made a mistake. We only went in the one cross path, and we went right through it. So as long as we don't turn unless we have to turn, and we only turn in the direction that we can go, like, we don't want to turn here, we should be fine and get home safe, even if it gets dark. So, let's make our way. We should be alright. At least I hope. Having skeletons pop up does not do much for my confidence, but we should be able to sneak through the dark here pretty well. What we are looking for is a vertical strip of 2 magma blocks. And once we come across that, we turn at that block, and that should take us all the way home. This is a horror movie, yeah. Just running through the dark hallways in hell, hoping a monster doesn't spawn in front of us or behind us. There, we can turn the UI off, so it's just us running through the dark. Oh, for the NES, I played that game a whole bunch. I was a big fan of that game. I actually, the recent one they made, the ASIM, that was a more modern take and recently got shut down. Played that for a couple 100 hours, actually. Had a really fun time with that game. Although, unfortunately, that one's not, doing very much anymore. Yeah, when I was a kid, like growing up young, that NES Friday the 13th game was like, that was for a brief period of my childhood the new hotness. That was the brand new game. We were all hyped to play it. With Mark and Chrissy and all of those characters. Yeah, the PC one that came out a couple years ago was like an ASIM, kind of like Dead by Daylight. And that's the one that let you play as Jason once in a while. Played a lot of that game. That was fun. They had a, one of the special skins you could unlock in that game was like a purple 8-bit Jason that was reminiscent of the old NES game. And I thought that was pretty funny. I played Dead by Daylight a lot more when it first came out. Like when it was just like 3 characters, 3 killers, and the main 4 survivors. I remember when Nurse came out and when Huntress came out, it was a big deal. When Myers came out. But, you know, that game's now been kicking for 12, 13 years, and it just kind of... Because the game loop is so similar, I just kind of fell out of it. It's a pretty fun game, though. It's decent to pass a couple hours. It's got a really bad community. A lot of people in that game are just toxic or crybabies. Every once in a great while, I'll go and I'll play like one game, and literally 3 minutes in my first game, 2 people will disconnect because they just got caught or something, and that seems to be the norm for that game these days, so not too worried about it. Oh, I think we need food. Yeah. Alright, back to spooky mode. This is actually working out pretty well. Life is Strange was a fun one. Piglin get you? Oh, I love watching William. I have probably 300, 400 hours in Rust. That is a game for bad people, but it is fun. But yeah, William is actually probably my favorite YouTuber. His content is so good. His musical cuts are so well put together. His atmosphere and his background music is so good. His cuts within his songs are good. His overall meta progression is good. His voice is solid. His presentation is clean. He's actually the exact YouTuber that, like, if I was perfect at this, I would aspire to be just like him. Dude is awesome. He's also very good at the game, which Rust is not an easy game to be good at. Yeah, honestly, it's been a couple months. William is one of those people that you can just go to sleep watching him play Rust, even if you know nothing about the game. In fact, now that you've said that, I'm probably going to go watch a couple of his things. Because his videos are cut to be like a full Rust wipe in like an hour to 2 hours of content. So it's like 4 days worth of game in a 2-hour window of presentation. So everything's really dense and tight and action-packed. Sometimes they get a little bit into like, okay, here's 20 minutes of someone just doing an FPS game. Still, they're great. Ooh, the Naval Deep Patch. That's interesting. Yeah, the wipe schedule, actually, one of the good things about that game is the, how they have different wipe schedules for people with different preferences. I tended to play on, shouldn't out, it doesn't matter, nobody knows. I play on Rusty Moose bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks the server wipes and they never wipe blueprints. And I've had a couple of pretty, I go mostly solo in that game. I've had a couple of pretty far, like, tier 3 high progression games, but, for wipes, but I've also had wipes that I've just kind of washed it out and got destroyed over and over and over until I was just done because that server tends to be, 600 people on wipe and like high competition. And I don't know if the overall theme of this channel has ever come through, but we tend to use our brains to get what we want in games, and we're not very skilled at the games that we do that in. Me pretending like you know what we're talking about. Oh, you're all good. Rust is it's an open world survival game, kind of like Minecraft, but it's got a higher fidelity of graphics, and it's massively multiplayer servers. And PvP is kind of not just enabled, but kind of encouraged. And if you want to get yourself enough stuff within a reasonable window of time to do anything in that game, you kind of have to PvP and go take other people's stuff. So it's in the same vein of like Ark Survival or Conan Barbarian, Enshrouded. If you want to get really technical, like that vampire game that just came out. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on it. I'm not going to remember it, but it's in that vein of games, and they can be a lot of fun. They can be really fun if you have a group of people. They can be fun solo, but they also can be exceptionally frustrating depending on the community and the people that you play with, and the, honestly, just the random temperature of the server that you're on and how people act. This is a long run back. Jeepers creepers. It's making me wonder if... Well, I know I'm not going the wrong way because that soul stand right there. I remember hitting that on the way in, and that wasn't too far off, so it makes me think we're kind of getting close to... Yeah. Yeah, if you're interested, give it a look. Geez, what is... Why am I... It is 11:30 at night, and I am getting text messages from... Ooh. Oh, okay. I got a buddy. I hope I'm going the right way still. If I don't step on soul sands too soon, I'll know I went the right way. Oh, hey, dude. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Do you want to... We're going this way. You just in the dark with your sword, too? Yeah. Heck yeah, buddy. Well, I'm gonna go around you. Oh, okay, we can just both go. Yeah. On your left. Honestly, it's a lot less scary when you have a friend down here. I think we're actually getting pretty close to the end. I think we're only a turn or two away. We did mine a lot of stuff out, though. Wow. Hey, we made it home. Here's our line. There's our anchor. All right. And going up. This is going to give us just enough ancient debris to finally finish our recovery from the other night. Buddy, don't be. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it really doesn't. Honestly, it was, we got so much at the beginning that it feels like we kind of fell off towards the end. But I'll take a bit of good luck before the bad luck instead of just all bad luck. Like, it could be worse. Look, my friend. Do I really need another netherrack chest? I mean, what else am I gonna do? I could just burn all the nah, that'd be wasteful. At some point, I'm gonna want to do something with a bunch of blocks. A lot of flint from this as well. That worked out. Uh-huh. Also, we have quartz blocks. Actually, no. I put the quartz blocks in here, but I think it's time for them to find their own home. There's too many of them to be in the nice stuff box. Coal's kind of getting to a similar state. Extra netherrack there. Yeah, we can do quartz here. It's a lot of quartz. What do people even do with netherrack? The only real use I know for it is to, I think if you take 4 of them, let me find a, is it if you take 4 of them, you can turn them into bricks, or can you bake them? Yeah, you can bake them, I think, into nether bricks. And so then you can use them from there for building. Which I'm not sure. I think 4 nether bricks kind of comes together and makes that nether brick slab. But I'm not in the mood to do all that jazz right now, so we'll just slam it over here. Really, I'm wondering what I'm going to do with all this flint. Because that's a lot of flint. That's an excessive amount of flint. I guess I can sell some of it to, villagers for... I also have too many gold nuggets. Let's fix that. Alright, so we don't have a villager over here. I believe we can still get this achievement if we just do this. Why is it not? It's channeling. Maybe not. I am going to figure this out. We are going to get this achievement. We heard the thunderstorm. But if I look up, those are not thunderstorm clouds. I wonder if we caught the tail end of it. Like we walked in right as it transitioned off. That's okay. We'll just have to keep an eye out for it. What's important is that we have this gold. And we have these netherites. That we definitely remember the position of. And with them, and this, and these, we are back in business. Oh, finally. Remember the other day? We lost all this. Oh, it feels so much better. We are back in business. And hey, it only took us, what? 4-hour stream, a 3.5-hour stream, and then an extra hour and a half, so... Only about 9.5 hours to get all of our stuff back. No big deal. It's about the journey, not the destination. Although hopefully we don't have to take that journey again. I don't feel like doing that journey again. It was a lot better that I had a bunch of people here hanging out with me doing it. Would have sucked if it was just me grinding. Was it not the most fun I've ever had? If I'm being completely honest and accurate, it falls somewhere squarely between jury duty and going to an amusement park. Definitely between those two things, though. Oh yeah, you definitely saved it for us. Hey, Charles. How you doing, buddy? You want to come be part of the group? Yeah, come on. You love jury duty. Jury duty, and have you ever had jury duty? I don't know if you have. I don't think you, because I mean, you just turned, you're not even 18, are you? There you go, buddy. Yeah, there's nothing like getting that little letter in the mail that lets you know you're going to have to take a day off of work and get paid like $18 by the county to go sit and listen to some, like, fresh out of college lawyer try to explain to you what circumstantial evidence is while a judge keeps correcting them over and over that that's not their job. It is a tedious, long day. Alright, so, oh, you know what else we need to do? Just because we have to. Let's put on... Let's be dune armor. That sounds fun. Let's do it with amethyst. Yeah. This should be fun. Oh yeah, because you want to do paralegal work. That makes sense. There we go. Look at that. Now, let's go lose all of our stuff immediately. You know what I actually want to do? We're not going to go back into the nether. I'm going to take a couple water breathings and a couple of night visions. And we are going to go find ourselves another ocean monument. Because there is a armor trim that drops off of the Elder Guardians that is unique to them. It's a 20% drop chance, and it's the only place you can get it. And now that we have our newly improved trident with the Impaling 3, or Impaling 5, we should actually have a much easier... Oh, hey, Charles, you're not... I love you. You're not coming with me. Come on, let's get you inside. It's raining. But yeah, we're going to go take on that and see how the newly improved trident deals with it. We're also not going to... Right here, buddy. Yes. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Right there. We'll be back. Actually, no, what am I doing? Come here. Yeah, come on. Over here. Right? No, on the carpet. Yeah, over here. There you go. Yeah, relax on the carpet, where it's nice and safe. He does need a doghouse. That is definitely something we're going to work on for him. Once I know I'm not going to be able to get through all of these trims in like one big setting. Like we'll get the Ocean Monument one. We'll get the maybe the Nether ones. We'll look for the weird Trail Ruin one. But the reality is we're going to need to take a break from those things once in a while. And I think the ways we're going to take a break from those things are primarily going to be in the form of... Actually, give me a cow with some milk before we go. Those things will primarily be in the form of starting to build stuff that's fun. And I have, you know, on the list we have the villager hall. So we can get... Whoa! What in the world is going on here? Why is there zombie skeletons with zombie horses? Okay, hold on. This is actually amazing. No, come here. Those things are gone. We have the horse. Where are you at? Where are you at? This is awesome. Because we can tame this horse. Forget what you give it. You give it something and you can tame these horses. And then you can have a zombie horse. Alright, yeah, you stay right here. We need a saddle. And we need to just kind of open hand click on it. We also need to put armor on it because once it stops raining, it's going to burn. Saddle, diamond armor, and a lead. Why not? Oh yeah, there we go. We have a, we got a zombie horse. Or rather a skeleton horse. That's so fun. Oh, we can't go inside with it. You don't know. Yeah. I actually don't know how you put armor on a horse in the first place, which is... that's really the issue. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it in the YouTube, or the wiki. Yeah, there's a slot for it that this lad just doesn't have. Okay, that's okay. What can we do? I mean, you're a skeleton. Maybe we can put like a little overhang here. Like make a little fence post and a slab overhang. Let's see. There we go. Now little man has a safety thing. We have a little fence and door and gate. We gotta hook you up with something. We gotta make it fun in here, though. Give you, like, I don't know, stuff skeleton horses like. There, isn't that nice? Little man has himself a habitat with fireflies and hay and flowers. It's all just set up for you. There you go, buddy. No red mushrooms heal them? That's good to know. I'll put a couple out there. We're gonna go with Little Bones on this guy. It's his rapper name. He's from the streets. There you go, Little Bones. Oh, he's so good. It's actually amazing that they like red mushrooms considering they naturally spawn on this biome. That's fortunate. There you go, buddy. Oh, he doesn't want to... Ah! Okay, understood. Not a good idea. Good boy. He's like Lil Wayne if Lil Wayne was a horse. See, you get it. This person understands. It's only for the zombie. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we're really happy to have little Bones in the family. And he has himself a nice little setup here, so... You're a good zombie horse, or a good skeleton horse. And that was fortunate. Now, back to the whole point we were doing this. Looking for an ocean monument. And we're looking for an ocean monument that is not the, we have a second one that is right next to our base on the other side of the island. And that one I am keeping there because at the end of the game, when we do How Did We Get Here, which is a wildly difficult advancement to get every single positive and negative buff and debuff on you at the same time. And it includes everything like the Warden's Darkness and Pufferfish Poison, Dolphin's Grace for swim speed, like really specific things. We're going to want that monument there because the Elder Guardians give you mining fatigue. And I believe that's the only way to get it. And it'll be a lot easier since we're going to do it on that island when we do it. It'll be a lot easier to do it with the with that monument still intact because we can just walk right there and get the 5-minute debuff. Although that will also likely be one of the least challenging parts of that advancement. Some of the crazy stuff is going to be like figuring out how to either trap a warden on our main island or maybe figure out how we can use the skulks and other stuff around that to make it so that we can trigger our own darkness to ourselves, but I'm not even sure if you can do that. We're going to have to get a dolphin in a dolphin tank. We're going to have to capture pufferfish. We might need an axolotl. A lot of potions, a splash that we throw up in the air. All kinds of crazy stuff. But it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. That'll probably be the last thing we do as far as vertical progression is concerned. And once we get that done, then it opens the game up and we'll be able to do other things like nonsense, like build a baseball park or, I don't know, make a bowling alley or some other more interesting... I don't know why I'm coming up with like the least interesting activities I could possibly think of, but you know what I mean. Other fun stuff to do. Yeah, building castles is always fun. My last Minecraft game, or no, 2 Minecraft games ago, I did a big castle, like many, many years ago. Although last time I played the game, it was, I found a big bay like that area, and I turned it into a pirate cove. And we had like an underwater base where you could go into and out of the base just by swimming into the oceans, like into the mountain wall underwater. And the water itself just kind of flowed straight down and stopped. So it was kind of like an evil villain lair thing, which that was fun. Yes, a baseball park and a bowling alley. If everybody's super, super lucky, we'll come up with something even more exciting like a hockey game. Yeah, a pirate ship is always fun to make. It's like one of those, like rite of passage builds that everybody wants to do at some point in time. And there's a couple really good templates out there that you can follow. It's actually funny, one of the really old templates for pirate ships that was like on the Minecraft builder pages, I am 95% sure it has just become the modern day ship that they put in the sky for the end ships up in the sky. I think they just took one of those and were like, hey, yeah, this is the boat now, and put it up there. Which is not a bad thing. It's, smart move on them. I just always found that funny. Yeah, building from your mind can be a challenge. It's one of those things where you gotta really be honest with yourself about what your art skills are like. I know for me, whenever I want to draw something, like some of the dinosaurs you'll see on my channel are hand drawn, but a lot of them are also reuse things. But like for example, this guy here, which I'm just gonna, when I do my swaps to and from something, that little pirate dinosaur with the hat on in the transition, I drew that. But the little guy on the skateboard is one that I pulled. But whenever I sit down and start trying to do any sort of art, I very quickly have to reconcile with myself that, like, I'm just not an artist. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna draw this horse. And then 2 minutes into drawing it, I'm like, oh my god, do I just not know what a horse looks like? Oh, there's a monument. I went through a phase playing around with AI-generated images, but the more I did it, the more I realized it's just not something I want to do. Oh yeah, I hear you. I completely understand the sentiment behind not wanting to use it for things like that. I think there's definitely really good uses for AI. Especially with like tool usage and supporting so you can like use the tools better yourself, but having it just make stuff for you, that's where I draw my line as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock in here and see if we can't do pretty good on our second ocean monument. Oh yeah, we have Respiration 3 now. That's right, we can live underwater for a long time. There's also an ocean ruin here, and it seems like it's spawning a lot of monsters. Which, if we can farm Nautilus shells here, that would be really nice. We might do a little bit of that too. one of these times I'm going to have to hit one of these. Come on. Oh. Because I don't think I'm getting the impaled bonus on drowned. It's one of the differences between Java and Bedrock in this game is, in Java, impaling does a little bit more damage, but the damage only matters in regards to purely aquatic creatures. So, in Bedrock, it's anything touching water gets the impaling bonus done to it. But in Java, it's only specific to creatures that are water-based. So things like that Nautilus, because it's a water-based creature, take extra damage. And we're really just trying to get Nautilus shells with that. Let's see if we can hit an actual Guardian, because I would love to see how many hits it takes to take them out. Right, at least 2. Wow, my aim is off tonight by a lot. Do I want to be doing this right now? Yes. Yes, I do. What are we talking about? We're not scared. We just gotta not miss. Yeah, we two-shot things. Or we two-hit things when we hit them. Alright, we're starting to get some aim down. I see you down there. Alright, now we kind of have a path in. Do we still have... Yeah, we still have some water breathing left. Quite a bit, actually. I don't know why there's so many of them, like in this pile here. Maybe there's, yeah, because we have the ability to go, oh wow, look at this. This is cool. What are we doing in here, guys? Yeah, we can do it down here. This is a lot easier. Did that just bounce off him? best granola bar of your life. Right, I have killed so many of these things that I am starting to be convinced that this is not a matter of clearing them out because they're just going to keep respawning. Nautilus shell? No Nautilus shell. One thing we can do... Oh no, that is not one thing we can do. Let's get away from that. That's a bad idea. Yeah, I'm not going to say that's not a little dramatic, but if what gets you through your day is a good granola bar, then you enjoy your granola bar there, buddy. Do I like nuts? Absolutely. Cashews, peanuts, all kinds of things. I make my own homemade peanut butter once in a while. I mean, it's not like... I'm not like Anya Forger from Spy X Family, where my favorite thing is peanuts. But, yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, it's just a random anime reference. I don't know if people watch anime here or not, but there's some good ones out there. I like Spy X Family because it's super wholesome. Alright, we got in. That's what's important. And now we should be able to just kind of go fast around this place. Because nothing should be able to hit us before we get away from it. You know, I used to not be in the anime, and as I've gotten older, I feel like this is the opposite of most people. As I get older, I get more into it. Although, there's a lot of things I don't like about anime. I think that it's something that, you know, good anime doesn't do certain things and bad anime does. Primarily around things like fan service and whatnot. Alright, there's one down. Did he drop it? No, he did not. Alright, 1 second. What we got? 6 minutes? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've never watched any of those. I tend to be more on my basic side. but there's a lot of good ones out there. Oh, we got it. That's awesome. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, they're called guardians, and the big ones are called elder guardians, to be specific. Alright, let's see if this guys can give us some, shells. Nope. That's okay. You like the guardians? I guess that's a take. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Nautilus. I think they're kind of cute. Although, I wish there was an easier way to get their shells without just hoping zombies spawn with them. Yeah, you can fish them. It's a very small chance to get them by fishing, but you can fish them up, yes. Okay, there's another one. Yeah, this seed is really lucky with that, because we have that one back there. Over here's the one we did, this is the one we did first, and then if you come over this way, there's actually another one right there. So we have them all over the place. Alright, Little Bones is doing good in his enclosure. He's got all kinds of cool things. Yeah, good buddy. You just keep on hanging out there, man. Alright, well, oh my goodness. It has been 2.5 hours already. I guess we did a whole bunch of netherite grinding early on. That makes sense. Oh, we have a Spire armor trim, so we don't actually have to go to the end. That's pretty useful, actually. Heck yeah. I mean, yeah. What's better than one skeleton horse? Especially if Little Bones can have a buddy. There we go. We got Little Bones and Big Ribs. Best friends for life. Yeah. At some point I'm going to make them a bigger space because this is a little too small for 2 horses, but yeah, these 2 are ready for their album. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so what were we doing before that? Oh yeah. We were going to bed because we were not in the mood to deal with phantoms tonight. That's what we were doing. I just remembered. Hi Charles, yes, you're so good. Man, it's rough being a phantom, isn't it? Maybe you shouldn't bother people. Yeah. See, the horses are fine because they went underneath the thing. What is happening? Why is... What is your... No. Okay, something is actually wrong here. No, we don't need 3 horses. We just don't. Sorry. We have Little Bones. If I knew there were 3 coming, I would have named the second one Little Thugs, and the third one would have been named Little Harmony. But I'm too old, people would not get that reference, and it's already hard enough taking care of 2 horses, so sorry, Little Harmony. When I was young, there was a famous rapper group called Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they did some good songs, they did some shitty songs, but they had some real good beats. They were very popular in the 90s. Yeah, Thuggish Ruggish was his song, was a good one. I think their most famous song that most people would actually know just by the beat would be First of the Month. But maybe that's just because I like that song. But First of the Month is definitely their was like one of their big ones. Oh, Crisscross with Jump Jump. Well, a fourth spawn that I think, yeah, because we trapped two and we killed the third one. I guess if there's four of them, then that was the fourth. I like how there's little neat things that can happen like that at your base where things just spawn and show up. I think it was episode 2, maybe. Maybe episode 2 or 3. I got raided by pillagers outside my base. I didn't know what to do. They were just like right there. And I just kind of sat and watched them as they slowly migrated into the ocean and walked away. It was weird. Do I ever mess around with banners? We have one banner set up. But I don't know if you can make custom banners or anything like that. We have one from the end city that is sitting right there. But that's the only one. And it's not very well connected, but that's not the point. It's just nice to have it there. I like the purple and black. Oh, you can? Oh, that's pretty cool. That might be something to look into. Make something fun. Wow, it's been very rainy today. Very wet episode. Oh, that's what they're for. Yeah, we have one right here. I'll have to look into that. Maybe that'll be something I do with my free time in a custom world tomorrow. I'll load up a quick creative world, get myself some dyes, then illume and see what the creation's like. And then we'll put together something custom and fun. We'll get ourselves a little banner for the place. Something that kind of represents everybody here. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Okay, that was not... Charles, we need to get inside, buddy. I don't think this is the right place for you. Yeah, that does sound very cool. Although Charles definitely took a little bit of damage there, so... Here. Come here. Good boy. Yeah, stay inside. While we go and play around with the lightning. Bro, Charles definitely got struck by lightning. That was 100% a thing that just happened. We do not want to risk little Charles here. He is too precious and delicate to ever put in any sort of harm's way or danger. Oh, no joke, if Charles died, we would... I might find a way to, like, back up the game and get him back. I don't know if we could handle losing Charles, for real. Where did I put my lightning rod? Did I move it somewhere? It didn't get destroyed. Yeah, the only thing we need with Charles is he has this this wolf armor. Yeah, I thought I did pick it up, but I mean it's just that. I can make a quick one, another one really fast. There we go. That is so cool. I love that. I already know that if I go all the way over here, this thunderstorm's going to end because they're regional. But on the 1% chance that I can get over to the village, pop this down, strike it, get a villager to get struck, and get out, that would be worth it. Nope. Thunderstorm gone. Wait, back. Nope, gone. Wait, back. Oh. They sit beside a Fletcher's table. I don't actually have one of those, but I do have that. That do it? No. Yeah, I need you out here. Actually, can I go? this is such a terrible thing to do. But yeah, I'm going to see if hitting one of them up here will do it. Although I don't really want to... I don't know how bad a lightning strike is going to damage these guys. Right, friends. You unfortunately have lost the game. Man, do I want to... Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, that went worse than I thought it would. You didn't see that, did you? Yeah, you didn't see that. You know, I kind of was hoping that that would... And it didn't. So we just kind of sniped the villager for no reason. That's a little feels bad, man. Oh, I just sneezed. Oh, Jesus. Maybe, yeah, maybe if we're above the storm. Or maybe just going up there, maybe that just took a little bit too long. Oh well, that's okay. We will at some point get this one. It's not like there's never any, thunderstorms. It's just that they're rare and we don't always know what to do with them. That's alright. It's not the worst thing to happen to us in this game in the last couple of days, to be completely honest. Never gonna be another thunderstorm ever again. Yeah, they're gonna come out now, but the thunderstorm's over. That's okay. It's kind of late anyway. Let's make our way back to our base. We have all of our stuff back. We have ourselves set up for the future. We have 3 of the 8... Yeah, we have 3 of the 8 trims that we're chasing. So just 5 to go. Charles, you are not in trouble. Just so you know, this is for your safety, not so that you get in trouble. Yeah, you're a good boy. You can lay in the bed if you want. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we gotta make him a little bed. Just something for him to enjoy by himself. Put that there. That can all go away. Yeah, we're pretty much where we want to be. Okay, so we did a lot of stuff. I remember that from last night. Saw I did that. I'm going to fix that. Now it's fixed. We got a lot of stuff done tonight. We got all of our stuff back. Oh, hey, Vexavolt. You are coming in at the very end of the stream. So, unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye here in a minute. But this was a pretty reasonably good day. We got our gear completely back. We're ready to go adventuring. We got some more trims. We got some horses. We saw a thunderstorm, although we didn't really capitalize on it very well. And we are generally ready for more adventure in the future, so this is where we're going to call it an episode. And we'll figure out what we're doing next time between tonight and tomorrow. I might be here tomorrow, I might not be here tomorrow. It really depends on how the spooky movies kind of all pop up. And I will be interested in hearing how y'all are going to be doing tomorrow with your spooky stuff. If I do stream, it will be fun to hang out with you guys. So, this is what we're going to call it a stream. If you have watched it at this point, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out. It's always fun to have y'all here. And if you're watching in the future, you know, thanks for being here as well. And, oh, Charles, you're such a good boy. And until next time, be good to each other, y'all.